Hello everybody. I was just working on figuring out some things for this journal and realized I was getting too far and I needed to update you. So one of the things I did off screen, just as an experiment, and I think I'm going to try and figure out how to use it in here, is this junk mail journal. And it's junk mail envelopes that have either been tea dyed or coffee dyed. And I have just layered them up in here. Some of them are open, some of them are still shut. And I'm going to create a little journal out of these. I have used some of my, oh gosh, I keep forgetting the name of this kit. Why can I not remember the name of this kit? Anyway, the Tracie Fox kit. I'm going to have to write it down and keep a little cue card for myself because for some reason, I just want to say Defember. That's all I can think of at the moment. So anyway, so I've used some of my homemade washi tape. That's the sticker to reinforce the insides. I've used a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. And listen, it has a really lovely crunchy sound to it. So yeah, so I'm definitely going to use this in here. Whether I'm going to put it in a pocket or put it in an elastic, I'm not sure yet, but it's really cute and I'm really excited about it. So you just wrap it around and tie it up with some baker's twine. Super easy. This is an Izzy B craft creation. And I also saw it on another channel, and I will try and link those, try to remember to link those. And the other thing I've done is on this inside cover, this one here, I wanted some file folders and I wanted like a layered look. So I've kind of been working on that. So I've taken 2 different file folders and cut them down. And the back side is longer than the flip side here, so that I get that kind of stacked look. I've folded all of the gussets, like because I want it to have that kind of roll top desk look. And then I was worried about the longevity of those gussets, so I did glue in some cheesecloth, and then I sewed all around the edges. So that, oops, sorry, wrong way, is gonna go like this. And this base layer, I'm going to glue down here. So this is going to get actually glued down. Then I'm going to, maybe I should sew and glue these 2 folders together. But I really like the way, because the folders are 2 different colored file folders and the 2 folders have a different inside and outside color, which is a little more subtle on the brown one, but I still like it a lot. So I'm happy with that. And then when you close it, close it up like that, it just sits in there quite nicely. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I should glue and stitch these together. Maybe I'll just glue them together because I'm worried about compromising the strength of the paper because these are vintage file folders. Okay. All right. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to, so this is, I know this is how I want it, right? Like that. Okay. So if it's like that, I'm going to put a clip on there and a clip on there. And then I'm going to decide where I want to put the glue. So I definitely want them staggered. I'm going to make some homemade tabs for them. I don't want to do it right on this edge, I don't think. I think I'm going to do it on this second one, and that way this one will also have a little bit of flippability. So I think right on this second gusset line is where I want to, right? Second. I'm just trying to see if those are lining up. I think it's this one. I want that one. Yeah, that one. Okay. Got my art glitter glue here. Just gonna go for it. Okay, here goes. I got out my teeny tiny clamps here earlier while I was trying to figure this out. I'm going to put a teeny tiny clamp on there. It's hard because I can't really see what I'm doing. It's all straight, right? Yep, I think it is. Another teeny tiny clamp on there. And one of the nice things about art glitter glue is that it does, oh, I even clamped it in the wrong spot, didn't I? There we go. Is that it does grab pretty quickly. That might be ever so slightly off. Okay. Yikes, I'm getting glue everywhere. I got out a whole bunch of different metal pieces too, because I think I'm going to have that on the front. And then I'm going to have either one of these on the front as well. Actually, I'll show you guys and you guys can help me decide. And then I grabbed these out too, because I was toying with the idea of, I have a fourth one. Where's my fourth one? With these little guys, they screw on like a, the little Tim Holtz doorknob things. And I was thinking of threading elastic through the loops, like in a zigzag, for another kind of a slip and pocket, and maybe that's how I would keep that. But haven't decided yet. Okay, so let me put these aside again. And I'll show you the front while this dries. Ooh, I should show you the other thing that just arrived. This is my new favorite thing. It's a whale. And it bites. I had to put some felt on the bottom because it didn't come with felt, and I have a glass thing. So I'm just going to use this as a weight at the moment to hold that in place. And let me show you what I'm thinking about for the front. Okay, so I'm thinking about putting the clasp on the center here, front and center. I may cover this up and put something behind it. I haven't decided on that yet. Yikes, don't move. Oh, that's a done deal. Okay, and then I'll have like either the fabric paper, that belt that comes around, that, and I have a little lock there. Or I might have some twill. I haven't decided what I'll use for the belt there, but it will be locking. And then here's what I need your help with. If you could, in the comments, tell me whether you like the simple book plate, that's the simple book plate, or the ornate book plate better. They're all the same tone, and I can't decide. I like the way that looks, but then I also like the way that looks. Like, because then this becomes a focal point. I don't know. So let me know what you think. Simple or ornate book plate. I also grabbed some hinges. I might try working those in. I wasn't having any luck with figuring out how to make that work though. Okay, so let's look back at this. So, well, it's not as nice as when I had it the first time. Ooh, maybe I can fix that just a smidge. That's pretty straight though. Okay, that's all right. No, it works. It works. So now I need to glue this whole thing down. And I'm just going to glue to this first seam. And I want that to be straight. I like all those little feathers hanging out. I might have to figure out how to make that look a little bit tidier. Maybe I will. Should I run a stitch down there? Just a straight stitch right down that center line. Because that doesn't seem to be particularly pleased with me. This one here. So that would be just down that line there. I think I will. All right, I'll be back. Hold that thought. Okay, hello, I'm back. So I was pretty nerve-wracking, but I was able to sew pretty much down the center of that gusset. So now I'm leaving all of these little dangly, hairy bits, dangly and hairy. And I'm going to glue this down now. And I think I'm just going to use some Fabri-Tac. Actually, I have some in a bottle that I haven't used in a while, and I'm afraid it's going to be hard to get out. Not too bad. I'll just peel off this bit here. It comes off pretty readily usually, and it's rather satisfying. Look, all clean. Okay, and might have to take a needle and poke it a little bit. This needle needs to be deglued as well. Anyway, I think that's good enough. Oops, excuse my arm. There's some magnets right there that I use to keep track of those things. Okay. Here we go. So then I can decorate these file folder flaps with pockets and labels and offcuts from the kit, which I'm very excited to do. I think it's going to look very cool. Oh, shoot, I didn't ink. That's okay. I can ink afterwards. Not ideal, but I don't want to get glue on my inky thing either. And it's pretty vintage file folder anyway, so it should be all right. Alrighty. So here we go. Keep your fingers crossed for me. I want it to go to that. Pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Well, I wish this one had come forward a little bit more. I had it set up that way originally, but that's okay. Somewhere in the gluing and sewing it got, but that's fine. Okay. Excellent. Woohoo. How fun. I'm excited. Alrighty. So there's a page and there's a page. I'm gonna have to do something with this in here. I don't know what yet. And there's a page. Okay, so where's my walnut stain? We'll do a little inky dinky with this. And I can just, I think, do this and use that works. It works for me. All right. This one. I have some actual vintage ephemera here that I got it from Jessica Rapp at 2 Silver Oranges from her live sale the other night. And it arrived. And it's very cool. I'm hoping to be able to use some of that. Can't use everything, but it's very cool. You don't have to whisper. It's okay. My husband and my son conspiring.
That's small soup. Should I make there's only enough for like 1 or 2.
That's okay. You guys have it. I'm still full from pancakes. Okie dokie. So the other thing I wanted to do real quick is these are the circles that come with the kit. And I wanted to use them for tabs because they are very pretty. I want to use some of the ones that are a little more, well, he's cool. Some of them need embellishing. And I think I'm going to use, I have 4 here. I only need, 3? I think I'm going to use those 3. So I know these are supposed to be, they're designed to be 2-inch, but when I printed, I had to print fit to page, and my page is letter size, which is what, I don't know, A something, which is different from the European ones. So they came out a little bit smaller, but I'm not too bothered about that because I am going to nip off the edges anyway. I'm gonna have to fold the faces. No, I'll do this. I'll do it this way. Ha, that works. So I'm gonna fold her like that. I'm going to trim by hand. And then I'm going to grab my 1-inch punch. Pretty sure this is 1 inch. And I'm gonna have to cut off her hat a little bit. And make my faux whale's tail tabs. And then she gets inked. And then when you ink those edges, whatever white border is there really kind of disappears anyway. Bless you. So there's one, and I'll do the same with him. So I'm going to fold him in half this way. So you get his little face. I'm going to trim just a little bit by hand. And yeah, I struggle with curves just like everybody else. And I will nip off just a smidge of his suit and a smidge of the blank space at his head. And then ink it up. And voila, we have a faux whale's tail punch. It needs more ink here. Because those whale tail punches are just ridiculous. There's no way I can buy one of those. I look for them every once in a while on eBay. Like, I'll watch someone use it and I'll go, oh, that's so cool. I have punch envy. And let's see. I like the building. But that's the right side up. I could do it this way. But that will be upside down on the page. If we do it this way, you get a little bit of each. Okay, that's what we'll do. Okay. A little trim. Doesn't have to be huge. And then a little snip. So I use the circle that's in the center as a marker so that I fill, I just do like a quarter of this circle. And it can be pretty consistent that way. Okay, so let's glue those on and we'll call it good for now. So let's see. Oh wait, we have to make another decision. Do we want what order? We could go back to front, or we could go front to back. Excuse me. I think I'll do front to back, but I think she's going to be front and center. Okay. Don't know why. I don't have a good reason. It's just what I felt like doing. Sometimes it's just that way. So, and I can always add a dangle later on if I want to. I'll wait and see. I'll hold off on the dangly bits until I see how the rest of it's coming together. So then I want this one to be in the middle. I think I want the building to show. And I like to put it on so that these points line up with the edge of whatever it is they're sticking to. Okay, so that's 2. And last but not least, the gentleman. Just want him to be a little inkier. Just because I think he needs an edge, a defined edge, since it's just a face. Okay, last one. Here we go. There we go, sir. Right, you're gonna go right there. Alrighty, so there we have our front flaps. And I still have to decide how I'm going to work this in. It might wind up being in that somehow, or it might wind up being on this spine, or it might wind up being on that spine, although it does seem to fit, although I want to put other things in that space. So I'm going to have to play with that and figure that out. So don't forget, folks, if you could, in the comments, let me know whether you think, how's this going to go again? Whether you think ornate book plate or simple book plate. Let me know. Thanks so much for stopping by. If you could, please like and subscribe. Have a great day. Stay safe. Bye-bye.